recently rewatched the video of my conversation between Michael White and Sal Minuchin, where Sal Minuchin is asking Michael in different ways what is unspoken in their conversation. He sees some emotional resonance that's there, and it leads Michael to describe what he sees and what later became very well known in the field of narrative therapy, as we know, the absent but implicit. And I'm wondering, as you describe emotions as an embodied experience of meaning making, is that rendered visible in narrative conversations? And if so, how do you render visible those embodied experiences?
So as we're engaging in a therapeutic conversation and it's unfolding and someone's describing something, and we might ask a question of, like, say someone has a new development in their life that they feel good about, and to ask them that question, what is it like for you to see yourself be able to do that? And what does that experience say about what you value? So what those moments, as an example, are often ones that are very imbued with emotion. Mm-hmm. So I'm not so much naming and pointing to the emotion separately per se, but I'm inviting someone into a fuller experience of the emotion of, and that can also lead to a fuller admiration they might have for themselves, and a new moment, a new element of identity development. So I'm inviting them into these moving moments, to see myself be able to take this new initiative. It really makes me feel good. It gives me like this warm feeling. It gives me a sense of pride, and it really speaks to me about the importance of family in my life. It's also important in helping to name the aspects of people's lives that are causing them suffering, tracking the ways in which the problems they're dealing with are making them feel. And so I'm trying to hold both of those emotional states at the same time.
These moments embodied with emotion, they're moving moments. And it made me think of what Michael used to always say about Greek, catharsis with a K, like in a Greek tragedy, and that narrative therapy is definitely riding on emotion. It's not just about releasing emotion, it's moving toward something. It also, to me, is not only the heart of narrative therapy, but it's the heart of the challenge in conveying this effective turn in your storytelling now, and in your bringing forth illustrations of the work. We can now speak more to what else is there in addition to catharsis with a K, and in addition to the double story. You're also saying this isn't about making positive. This is about creating the space for as much of the fullness of the story of person's experiences as can come forth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. We're creating an environment, therapeutic relationship, in which people feel, they feel safe to bring forward whatever these emotions, might be. Our attunement with them lets them know that that they can tell an emotionally moving story in a way in which those emotions are going to be held. And so the stories are emotional that people are telling, as opposed to a superficial story. They're telling a story that's moving to them. In the telling of the story, they're moved, and we're moved as therapists. And when we're in the role of being in a reflecting team or outsider witnessing, the question is really what stayed with you and what moved you. And these are emotional questions.
And when you say, like, the attunement practices, the ways of tracking and being there, can you flesh that out a bit more, Sue Ellen? What is it that people do to stay in touch with where someone is, like to be tracking it in that way?
I feel like emotional attunement it's this this awareness of um, what what we might be feeling ourselves. So we can talk this in terms of physiology or neuroscience, mirror neurons. You know, there's different ways to talk about it, but we're paying attention to how are we feeling. What when this person is engaging with us, what is it that we are feeling in that moment? And we're feeling it in our heart, maybe, or our solar plexus, or our gut, or we might be feeling it in our face. We maybe have little tears coming behind our eyes. We're feeling this in all different places on our bodies. And that gives us information about what might this person be feeling. So are they feeling a sense of humility, or are they feeling a sense of shame, or is it wonder, or is it hope, whatever it might be? And so we're kind of and it's always kind of tentative. So I'm might be feeling these things, and then I'm looking at and engaging with the person, and it doesn't mean that I'm going to be asking them, oh, are you feeling hope? Sometimes that's the right question, but a lot of times it's not. It's like, oh, there's a possibility there might be some hope in the room here, and then we can ask questions that might invite that to be manifest more fully. So I mean, that's one way to talk about it.